Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Devotion. It is late in the day when you set out from Bridgelight. The path from Bridgelight to High Meadow is about a day's journey. So you can either set out tonight, sleep on the road, and get there tomorrow, or you can set out tomorrow and make it there tomorrow afternoon. What would you like to do?
I think we should go now. Can't leave.
Yeah, let's go now.
Okay. You guys set out on the road. The rain does not let up. In fact, it only gets stronger. It is a miserable day of hiking along this road between Bridgelight and High Meadow. And as the sun begins to set, which you can only really tell because the sky gets darker and darker until you can almost see nothing, you find yourselves near a grove of trees with no one in sight. You can take shelter, make camp, and head out in the next morning. Is there any particular thing you'd like to do that evening or that night?
I'm gonna write a message in Kellen's book.
Well, that's a good question. Who has the book? Is it Olivia or Kess? You've both been looking at it. Who's holding on to
I think
Kellen?
I have it.
Well, I asked you if I can have it to write a note for when we find him.
I'll let you have it to write the note.
What note do you write? Or do you want it to be a surprise for Kellen?
I'll
We
keep
don't
it
know.
a surprise, but I'll make sure to write it in advance.
Okay. Send it to me at least.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
But it'll take time. I'll have to think of the optimal note.
Okay. Okay. You jot something down. The night passes uneventfully. You guys wake up the next day to still more rain. You know, High Meadow is probably 4 or 5 hours of trudging through the mud ahead of you. So anything in particular you guys are doing, or you just head into High Meadow?
I think we're just heading to High
Cool.
Meadow.
Do
Yeah.
you guys have anything that resembles a potion, by chance?
A what?
Do you guys have anything that is a potion, or just a flask?
I don't think so, but we could pick one up along the way.
Okay, when we get there, I'll go to the general store and buy a potion without a potion.
Sure. As you guys approach High Meadow, it's an unwalled town. There is a young peasant on the road, a young peasant female on the road, standing outside, just outside of the sign that says "Welcome to High Meadow." And as you guys start coming into town, she gives you a bit of a wave to grab your attention, and calls out, "Have you seen a man, a young boy, 14 years old, goes by the name of Verve, short black hair, freckles across the face, last seen wearing a blue shirt?"
No, he probably got kidnapped like where everyone else does.
Well, there's a reward out. If you can find Verve, his mother is looking for him.
Ah, that's excellent. I have a suspicion on where he might be.
Where?
Basement of Frank's Tavern?
Frank's famous?
Yeah.
What makes you think he's in the basement there?
All sorts of shady people there. Makes sense that a poor kid who got kidnapped might end up there.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah, we're just about to head over, so we'll keep an eye
I'm
out.
looking for another missing person. Maybe the two are connected.
Thank you. The person fishes around in her pocket and produces a pair of silver coins and presses them into Ransom's hand.
And I interrupted like with my hand. I'm like, no need.
No,
Maybe
please. My mistress has been looking for her son for some time now, many days, and
Well, if
this
we
is the
find
first clue that we've had.
If we find the kid, then we'll take it. But until then, please keep your money.
I've like already clasped my hand.
Oh, I tried to interrupt. I'm gonna do I'm gonna roll to interrupt the money taking.
Okay, why don't you roll me an opposed initiative check to the peasant?
So what do I do?
A d10?
5.
Ooh, yes, you managed to get to ransom before the peasant does.
Aha! I give the money back to the person.
Okay.
Now, by the way,
So
just to look out for your safety, try not to get yourself killed if you look there, okay? Maybe you should leave this to the experts.
I'll be taking this information directly to Valana.
So it's Verve that's missing. It's a kid, right?
Valana's 14-year-old son.
14-year-old kid. When did it disappear?
A week ago.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Is it just him, or was anybody else missing?
It was just him. Someone attacked him while he was feeding the horses. Valana is a gem merchant traveling around the kingdom. They came into town a week ago, were unloading some things, and he got snatched. No one's seen him since.
Wow, that seems violent. Well, we'll try to find the kid. What does he look like again?
Short black hair, freckles across the face, kind of between the cheeks and the nose. He was last seen wearing a blue shirt.
Alright.
A little tall for his age.
Okay. We'll be
Alright,
on-
I'm hopeful that he doesn't end up like the other guy we found.
Oh God. Who'd you find?
Well, we come over from Bridgelight, and turns out there's this, let's see, Todd's a kid, right?
No,
Kid-ish?
Todd is an adult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a kid at least, but it seems like this place is pretty dangerous. Poor guy, he got pushed off a bridge or something after getting tortured. Don't worry, they probably treat kids nicer.
Oh God. Well, I'll report back to Valana right away with this. If you find
Yeah.
anything, she's staying at one of the taverns in one of the inns in town. At the Waterfall Inn. There's a reward out for the safe return of Verve. 200 gold pieces.
Wow, those guys are idiots. I wonder why they don't just return him.
The woman has nothing else to say on the matter. And you guys can move into High Meadow itself. Takes you a little while of walking around town until you come back to Frank's Famous Tavern. It's run by Frank, who you've encountered in the past. He is a grubby fellow, really sloppy, fairly unhygienic. He's the guy who's always snorting and spitting and burping and hawking loogies around, and he's kind of a slobbish fella. Frank's Famous Tavern also has it's 3 stories with a kind of an open column that runs the whole height of the building. So you can be down on the main floor, or you can be on the 2nd floor, or you can be up on the 3rd floor and look down. But you guys find Frank's Famous Tavern. The lights on inside let you know that it's quite busy and quite packed. You see people moving to and fro. You can even hear the sound of music emanating from within. It looks like it's a happy place.
Alright, I take it there's an obvious way to get to the 2nd floor.
Right, you guys are still outside. I'm just letting you know what's going on from what you can see.
Okay.
I don't want to rush you. Yes, if you remember the last time you were in here, there was a staircase getting to the 2nd floor.
Oh, we were here before. Is this one of the performance areas when we were chasing Secundus?
Yes, it is.
Was there a basement?
You didn't see one. But it's kind of a big place, and there's a lot of people around. How would you like to go about looking for a basement?
You're muted, V.
Do you guys think we should go say hi to Frank first?
I think we should take a walk around the perimeter and see if there's a cellar.
Hey, you guys look there, and I'll go say hi to Frank.
Okay.
So,
Let's start with Olivia and Ransom. You guys are going to take a patrol around the outside looking for a cellar.
Yep. Oh, and something that's not that important, but I'll just let you know I bought a flask and some cloth.
Oh, right. That's what you're doing. Yeah, you can do that, no problem. Shell out a few copper coins for it.
Sure.
You start patrolling around the outside. There's a clear and obvious front door. There's a clear and obvious back door. And there's also what seems to be a kitchen entrance. It's like there's a small window that you can look in and see a couple of people working on a grill. And there's a door nearby. But those are the only 3 entrances, aside from windows, into Frank's famous tavern.
Okay. I'll round around to the front and wait for Kess.
Okay. Kess, you come on inside. The sound of the storm lessens. The bar noises pick up. There's still the ever-present rain on the outside of the roof. You see Frank behind the bar. He's got a couple other bartenders working with him today. And as you come in, Frank looks over towards you and goes, "I recognize those pointy-ass ears. You're one of them bardic types that came through here a couple weeks ago, right?"
yes, that's what I've been through, remember? And I go up to Frank and I give him a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, welcome back, little lady. How's it going? Are you and was it your lover or your brother?
My brother, who actually, that's what I'm here about.
Did the band break up?
No, my brother is missing. And, well, Frank, I think we've got to talk in private.
You don't suspect me? I've been here.
No.
I got witnesses. I only work here. Named the tavern after me. I spend so much time here.
Frank, I wouldn't have come up to you and given you a warm greeting if I thought this was you.
All right. Come on with me. He puts an arm around your shoulder and leads you into his small, tiny little office that's attached to the end of the bar. The sounds of the tavern get a little bit muffled through the door. So, he says, sitting down. There's no place for you to sit. There's only room to stand for you. But he sits in his big comfy chair. So, what do you need to talk to old Frank about?
Well, Frank, there was a man that was after somebody we knew. And, well, me and Kellen took it upon ourselves to figure out what was going on. And this man ended up dead, and Kellen is now missing. The thing with this man, though, is he has said he works for a guy that is here.
Works for me, huh? What's this guy?
Not for you, necessarily, unless you are involved with this. I assume you aren't, because I know you're a good man, but I assume they use your residence, and there's nothing you can do about that, but he works underground here.
Saying some mighty dangerous things there. Are you sure this is the person you want to be talking to? Are you sure you want to get yourself involved in this level of trouble?
It's my brother. I just want my brother back. I don't want involvement with any of the rest. My brother and I have never done anything. You know this. We're traveling bogs.
Yeah, you play a good tune. Almost as good as them Secundus fellers.
You haven't heard, have you?
Heard
I
what?
chuckle a little. Secundus wasn't really Secundus. They had somebody doing witchery, and that's why they sounded the way they did.
Really? Witchcraft? Musical
Yep.
witchcraft?
Yup. They had a siren with them.
Oh my god, that's the worst. You can't trust anyone these days. Everyone's out to cheat you or lie to you or steal a copper from your pants when you're not looking.
Except for me and my brother, who have never done anything wrong to you.
Sure. Well,
I need to get my brother back.
I don't know nothing about your brother. I only see what comes in through the front and back doors of this place. Only through the front and back doors.
So,
Kitchen door, too.
how does one find what goes under?
I like you, kid. I hate to see you... I hate to see you lose your life over something as trivial as your brother.
You know, it's not trivial to me. I don't think you understand how elves work. And I, like, start to tear up.
Whoa,
My
whoa,
brother
no,
is
don't cry,
everything
please.
to me.
No,
And
that's...
if I risk my life or I die to save him, I would do that in a second.
All right. Just don't no tears. All right, just no tears. I can't deal with that.
I wipe my tears away.
All right. So when you turn around and head out, you go left. There's the kitchen door. There's actually a set of doors between here and the kitchen, and in between those set of doors, there's another door, and that's the place where you want to go. But let me tell you this: you head down there, you might not come back up, and even old Frank here with his heart of gold ain't gonna cry for you or try and help you out if you get in trouble down there, all right? Whatever happens to you is on you.
Got it, Frank. Thank you.
All right. Good luck, and don't bring the whole bar crashing down.
I won't. I give him a quick kiss on the cheek and then I run out.
Okay. He stays
and then
behind.
I meet up with the others.
Okay.
And then I let them know what I found.
Okay. You guys are all outside now.
No, great. Well, let's waltz on in.
Let's go.
You guys step into Frank's famous tavern and look for that kitchen door. You see it. It's right behind the bar, just to the left of it, kind of behind the room that Frank has as an office. And you notice there's what you thought was a waiter or something leaning against the door, although for such a busy afternoon, he's not really doing too much.
I go up to, I nudge Olivia to get, and I look at him, and I'm like, should I distract him?
Alright, but don't blame me if I have to do things you don't like. And then I go.
Hey, it's all to save my brother.
I would do anything to save your brother. And then I go.
Okay. As you step around behind the bar and head in the direction of this guy, he puts a hand up and goes, "Whoa, lady, sorry, only employees allowed back here. Why don't you head on out with everyone else?"
Are you Jim?
No, I'm not Jim.
Oh, I thought you were Jim. People have been telling me about this strong... Like, what does he look like?
He's a man in his early 30s, maybe balding a little bit, but fairly well muscled.
Does he have a wedding ring?
A good question. He does not have a wedding ring on.
Yes.
They've been telling me about, like, some of the girls, like, that I met the other night were telling me about this strong, authoritative guy with, like, big muscles. And when I saw you, I were convinced. And then I put my hand on, like, his arm. Damn. So what's your name?
Well, my name is Jimmy, so maybe they were talking about me after all.
Oh my, it must be you. I mean, with your face and everything, I just saw you as this guy. They were... Oh.
Yeah, well, you know...
No, I can hear you. I'm back.
It takes a... Yeah. It's probably me.
Yeah, that would make sense. Can I buy you a drink?
Yeah,
Let me get back to you. I'm gonna go talk to friend to get you one. And then we can drink it over here.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't want to distract you too much from your job. I know it seems really important, you know, with your stature and everything.
Well,
Like,
my job is secret and important, but why don't you bring me that beer and we'll have that chat.
ooh, secrets. I love
Mhm.
those. That's exciting. And then I go get the beer.
Mm.
2 beers.
Okay.
And then, you know, like, I'm trying to sit close to where he was, but a little bit away. Like,
Right.
no
So if we were to look at the map, I'm going to just do a quick doodle to give you a better idea of how it's laying out. We look to the west of High Meadow. There's kind of an open area where we can draw. So Frank's Famous kind of sort of looks like this. There's the door that you guys entered through here. There's a bar that comes along here. And then there's this. And this room right here is his office with the big O over it. And then there's the door here that leads to what you guys think of as the kitchen. Right? But Frank seemed to say that there was a pair of doors between the kitchen and the bar. So this guy is hanging out back here near the door, kind of behind the bar, away from everyone else. So the only way to get to him is to clearly be leaving the bar room area, right? So if you want to sit and talk to him, you could sit at the end of the bar, but you wouldn't be able to get any closer than that. Of course, you could also just walk right up to him like you did before. Does that make sense?
Alright. So I tried to just, like, give a little bit of a, you know, opening to my friends while I have this discussion.
What do you mean leave an opening for your friends?
Well, like,
So we can
move
sneak
away
in the
from-
door.
Yeah.
He would have direct line of sight to anyone coming in. You know, he's positioned in such a way that he can see the whole bar. Well, I guess anything that's not blocked by the wall here.
I can't make a move to, like, the bar here with me. Like,
Well, let's find out. How do you make a move?
well, like, I go there to ask for my beer, and I'm
Mhm.
like, come sit.
And then-
Like, I pull up a stool next to me, and I'm like, come sit with me. Let's have a chat.
He'll move forward to the edge of the bar, but he still kind of stands in the way, blocking the door. He leans on the bar heavily with one arm and goes, "Yeah, I got a important but top secret job. It's a sort of sort of dangerous life that attracts strong, virulent men." Mm-hmm.
So it's a dangerous job. Damn, you must be so courageous.
Shh, keep your voice down. Can't let anyone overhear.
Yeah, I like get close. I'm always like trying to pull him closer to me, like towards, like, away from it.
He
like,
leans right in.
you know, like,
Mhm.
you know, like grabbing him so that he moves like more away from the
Mhm.
wall. So I'm like, oh, let's. So every time I talk to him, I'm like, you know, whispering so that he like gets closer to me because I'm really quiet.
So is he out of view then of the door yet?
Oh, no. He's very... I think it's becoming obvious to you guys at this point that he is keeping himself in a position where he can watch the door and watch the crowd, or, you know, see who would be trying to get in through that door.
If I catch Olivia's attention, like her eye for a sec, I'm like,
You know what? I'm gonna off like if it has to take time, it will. But I'm gonna go for like 1, 2, or 3 beer. At some point, he will need to pee. That is life. I know
Okay.
my beer. I'll probably need to pee too, but like that's fine.
So he's leaning against the bar, talking to you, telling you very vague things about, well, there's this one time there were a couple of bad hombres that I had to help round up. There were no match for me, of course, 3 of them. It was just me and my
I'm like,
friend,
Of
Tom,
course
and...
not. Like with those arms, like who would even dare to challenge you?
Well, a lot of people come and challenge the king, but no one ever makes it out alive, or at least intact.
Have you ever killed someone?
If I did, would that scare you away?
I mean, I'll be honest, kind of does 2 things at the same time. It's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's kind of sexy.
Isn't it? Well, as I said, what I do, I can't quite tell you. And with that, I can't tell you if I've ever killed a man. But I can tell you that I've had plenty of opportunities to save someone's life.
Ooh. So you could save me if I got in trouble.
Is there some sort of danger following you around? Other than the danger of falling in love with me?
No, I haven't really gotten in trouble, but you never know.
Would you like to?
Get in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll think about it. I think we should keep talking so that I can find out if I want to. Get in trouble.
See, for a moment there, I thought you were, a bad girl. Yeah, sort of person that'd hang out with a dangerous fellow like me. But I understand. You gotta go home. Put your goody-goody two-shoes on and...
I mean, I'm not that much of a good girl. I've had my share of adventures.
You got anything juicy to tell me?
Sure, I once went out with this guy. Let me find his name.
At this point, I know that she's going for the long con, so I asked Cass, Cass, would you like me to buy you a drink?
I would love that.
Sure. What are you guys doing? Because clearly, between Olivia and this guy could go on for a while. It's definitely taking the longer route.
By the way, I'm
we're
telling
going
you.
to just have a pleasant conversation over drinks.
Where are you guys hanging out in the bar? It stands like up over here. There's a staircase that goes up to the second floor. There's like a big fireplace, like a circle, a big fire pit in the middle of everything. And
we're hanging out by the fire pit where it's louder.
Okay.
Like louder to where other people can't hear us talking.
Sure. What are you guys
and
talking
then we're
about?
Just,
Anything?
We're cozying up next to the fire.
Ransom, do you have anything in particular you're trying to tell Cass, or are you guys just hanging out?
Nope, just hanging out.
Okay. So, Olivia, this conversation goes for a while. You guys get a couple of beers in.
I'm telling him about my my ex-boyfriend Grash, who was an half-orc. So that's clearly a dangerous life choice.
A half-orc, huh? That's a strange choice for a boyfriend. How'd the two of you get involved?
Damn, I didn't write that part of backstory. Well, actually, I was seeing this other guy who got in trouble with orcs, and then they sent Grash, to go rip him another one, if you know what I mean.
Oh, and then you ended up with the stronger man of the two.
Yeah, I kind of have a thing for stronger men. And
well, let me ask you, are you dating anyone right now?
Nah, I don't like to tie myself down. I kind of go from one man to another. But who knows, maybe one day someone will get my heart for the long run.
Well, I gotta go drain the snake out back. But when I come back, how about we to know each other a little bit closer, he says, kind of leaving an arm all the way around your shoulder and stroking your collarbone a little bit.
Sure, I'll be waiting for you here, but don't take too long.
Well, it's a long snake. It takes a while to drain, he says, as he heads out through the very door that he's guarding, shutting it behind him.
I immediately I've been eyeing or watching them off and on, so I immediately get up and pull Ransom with me.
Yep.
Okay. All right, you guys can head through that door, and sure enough, there's a short passage. On the other side is an open door that leads into the kitchen. You can hear the cries of the cooks and the servants yelling back and forth and trying to get things grilled up. But there's also a door on the right side that's shut.
You go to that door.
Okay. You open it up, and it leads into a staircase that goes down and immediately turns to the side. You can't see the base of it, but it is lit from below.
Olivia's behind us too, right? Or is she waiting?
I think all three of you are together? I don't know.
No. Well, I think I can stay and chill with the guy, or else it would be suspicious.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to wait for him to come back?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
I'll lead the way, Cass, I say as I start heading down.
All right, I follow behind.
Can I get perception checks from Kess and Ransom, please? Ooh, very good, Jeff. Kess? I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't
sorry.
really matter. His check was so good.
That's good.
Yeah. So, Ransom, you can hear voices from down here. It sounds like a small group of people are kind of talking quietly to themselves.
Okay. I kind of turn back and whisper to Cass. Should we just introduce ourselves? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, I guess. Come on,
Okay.
Mr. Smarty Pants. What's your idea?
Well, that was pretty much my idea. I just wanted to make sure you were along with it.
I'll follow your lead on this one.
Okay, well, confidently not bothering to hide noise. In fact, maybe trying to make it more obvious. I walk down the stairs.
Your loud footsteps on the stairway cause the murmuring to vanish as you come all the way down and look out into a wide room. It's maybe 15 feet across, but like 40 feet deep. I guess I should say long room instead of wide room. There's a table in the middle of it, seated around which are maybe 6 men. There's also, well, 6 people, actually, a combination of men and women. And in the back right, there is a gentleman with a nice padded gambeson with a fine stitching on it, who is holding this strange red-coated dog on a leash. Dog's eyes have a bright red character to them that sends a shiver up your spine. And one of the people seated around the table is a young 14-year-old looking guy with short black hair and freckles across the front of his face. Also seated around the table is a rather large man, at least with a large belly, who looks up directly at you guys. He's seated right across from you.
Is the kid captured, you said? Or he's not? He's just sitting and joining in?
He's just sitting for now. But
Okay.
his legs could be tied. Anything could be happening below his chest, and you wouldn't notice.
Got it.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the invitation.
The heavyset man gives a nod to one of the guys sitting around him, who gets up and starts walking your direction. You notice this guy is armed with a heavy club dangling from his waist. He's wearing a padded gambeson, which would give him some armor. He says, "Who the fuck are you? What are you doing here?"
Oh, well, as you can see, this is Cass. You probably know her because you have her brother, and we're here to see what we can work out.
The man looks back towards the big-bellied guy, who slowly pushes himself out of his chair, gets to his feet and said, "There's 2 of them, huh? Boys, would you deal with these?"
Excuse me.
He turns around and starts walking for the door in the back. You notice the dog starts to bristle its fur, and the other people seated around the table, the other men and women, start to rise. One of them grabbing the black-haired boy by his hair and jerking him up to his feet. And at this point, I need you guys to roll initiative, as that dog is being let off the chain and is coming right for you.
Okay, then. Six.
Uh-oh. Go. Go. Okay. The dog goes at the same time as V. V, what do you do?
I take my size out and defend myself and attack.
All right, so the dog comes barreling right towards you and Ransom.
Is he like gnarling with his teeth and stuff?
He's not, actually. His mouth is closed, strangely enough.
Okay, then I don't do anything to the dog yet.
Okay.
I actually turn to the girl who grabbed the boy's hair?
One of the girls around the table, yeah.
I grab her and I push her out of the way.
Hold on. As the dog's being let loose and the boss guy is going away, kind of look like they're after he says take care of him. I say, well, I thought you wanted the potion.
Interesting. They will react when their initiative comes up. So V, you go to try and get the girl off of the boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, get your hands off of him!
Make me a roll to hit to see if you can grab onto her. You only need to hit a 10. And then
20 plus 1.
Yep. Ooh. Yeah. Now give me a post strength check to see if you can break her bond with this kid.
What's the just D20 plus 14?
Yeah, D20 plus your strength. You roll a 25. She rolls, a 27. So you can't push her off the kid. The dog comes bounding right towards Ransom, opens his mouth, and lets out a jet of fire at you. Ransom, I need you to make me a saving throw versus breath weapon.
Let's see.
Fire-breathing dog?
Yes. Ooh, that is a fail. You take 5 points of damage as the dog breathes fire on you. And has you cornered, not cornered, but the dog is in between you and the rest of the room. Kess has gone behind the dog. Everyone starts to the woman holding onto the kid starts to drag the kid away. The other people in the room make for a back door. The heavy-set man is the first one to head out. But he does make a motion with his hand to a few other people who stay behind as everyone else starts to shuffle out of the room. Ransom, it's your turn.
Get this mud off me. You're gonna damage the goods. I say as I kind of pull the halberd out and I'm obviously going to defend myself next time.
Yeah. You can fight with the halberd in this room. In the stairwell, you wouldn't be able to, but this room is big enough that you can fight with it.
I mean, I might kind of back up to the stairwell too, just to do poke straight forward.
Give me a roll to hit.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stand there. I'm expecting them to pull the dog back.
Okay.
Oh no! Yes, get over here. It's not safe with these ruffians.
Okay. 2 other people step forward with clubs. Well, I shouldn't say 2 others. The one that stepped forward initially, and another, this time a woman from out back, from behind the big table, steps forward towards Kess. They swing their clubs at Kess with malice. A 12 against you, Kess, and a 19.
The 19 hits me for sure. The 12 does not.
What's
I'm
your
armor class? 13.
13. Okay, so the 19 is actually a critical hit then. Whoops, that is the wrong die size. It's fine. You take 2 damage from the critical hit. The weakest critical you can possibly get.
Double ones?
Double ones, yep. And the 12 is a miss, clattering off of your armor. And we roll initiative for the next round.
Alright, since I didn't do much that round, and I kind of noticed Kess getting hurt, I'll shout pretty loudly. Olivia, get down here!
Olivia, give me a perception check, but they're behind a couple of doors, so make it at -5. And They're also in kind of a loud tavern. Ooh. Nice initiative, V.
13 minus 5.
Ooh, no good. You can't hear what's going on. Kess, you go first.
Okay, so what's here? There's the girl who's holding the kid.
Yeah, she's dragging the kid out this doorway down a hallway underground. Meanwhile, there is a man and a woman, both with kind of thick padded armor on and wooden clubs.
Can I go after the woman who has the kid? Because I'm still grabbed onto him though. Like I've tried to shove her, but I'm still like grabbing him. So how is she pulling him from me?
Well, she beat your strength check, so she manages to pull him away from you. You know, like you tried to grab onto her and pull him off of the kid, and she resisted and broke your grip on her. So there's this man and this woman who with the clubs, and they're threatening you where you are right now. So if you try and ignore them and go past them towards the woman with the kid, you can do that, but they're going to get attacks of opportunity, free attacks.
Okay, so I go ahead and hit the first one.
Okay.
The one closest to me.
The man or the woman?
The woman.
Okay. Roll the hit. Ooh, swing and a miss, or a thrust and a miss. And your second attack. Ooh, stab and a miss as well.
Holy jeez.
All right. The fire-breathing dog takes a bite towards Ransom with a 14 to hit.
That's a miss. I kind of withdrew a bit away on the stairs, so is he like coming into range of my halberd?
Yes.
Alright, I'll stab him with him as he comes in here.
You rolled a hit. "12 scratches the hellhound along the side, but does no damage. And the two people with clubs, one of them tries to tackle you, Kess, which actually gives you a free attack because you've got a weapon in your hand. It's the guy. He just goes to bear hug you and tackle you to the ground.
Okay, so I attack then?
Yeah, you get a free attack at... you actually get a bonus to hit against him, so that does make it a hit. Roll me some damage.
We still haven't figured out what my size is supposed to be.
It should be D4. It should be D4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I looked it up earlier in the week
Okay.
and just forgot to mention it to you. Ooh, 3 damage. So he goes to like bear hug you, and you get a sigh right in his gut. Yeah.
Yeah.
It runs all the way up to him, and his eyes go wide as his arms kind of gently come around you, and then he just slides to the ground.
And I just take it, and like I take my sigh out while pushing him to the side, and then I go after the other one.
All right. She still has her turn left and raises her club to strike you with it with a 10 to hit, which is a miss. You've already had your turn. Ransom, it's your turn.
Alright, I take...
Ooh.
I'm kind of I poke at the dog.
14 is just barely a miss.
Nuts.
Just barely. Initiative for next round. Olivia, go ahead and make me that same perception check at -5. See if you can hear the commotion from below. Oh, absolutely not. V, you are first.
Okay, I go, and as I'm running towards the kid, I attack the other woman that's between me and the kid.
You roll to hit. That's a hit. That's exactly what you need. Ooh, you skewer her with your first sigh for 2 points of damage, but she's still standing. Your second attack. Oh, that's a hit. You bring her down. She falls to the ground, unconscious, bleeding to death. You start running down this hallway. You can see that these guys, they've got a couple rounds of head start on you now. There's a light at the end of this hallway, which is fairly far away, much further away than the depth of Frank's Famous Tavern. So it clearly goes to somewhere outside of Frank's Famous. And you see there's a stairway, or not a stairway, a ladder at the far end, which these people are going up. The woman with the boy are like one of the last people in line, but she taps someone points at you, and this other woman draws her club and starts walking down the hallway to you, saying, "Well, what do you think you're doing coming this way? Don't you have a dog to be playing with?"
No, I'm here to get the boy. And I run after her. And do I get an attack of opportunity because I'm already running towards her with my size out?
You already made both of your attacks this round, and it is Ransom's turn.
Let's see.
There's this dog.
Dog look powerful enough to bound up the stairs?
Oh, definitely.
Let's see. How powerful does this dog look?
Well, it's deceptively weak, because he's a medium-sized dog, right? Like a German Shepherd size, but he's got short red fur. He's a little bit scrawny, like you can see the outlines of his ribs on his side, but you've landed a couple of decent blows against him, and they've kind of just scraped along the side, or, he's been able to duck out of the way a little bit. And he breathes fire. So, hard to tell.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and poke him again from the stairs. Do I get some kind of high ground advantage?
Yes, +1.
Oh, sweet. Alright.
Not very good. The dog lunges at you again with a natural 1, but passes his save. Dog does absolutely nothing. Ransom, you get your second attack this round, I believe. Did you get 2 attacks every other round?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Specialized fighter. Oh god, it is not going your way today, Ransom. This dog is untouchable. And we roll initiative. Olivia, you are fighting the woman in the hallway. Ransom, you are on the dog.
You mean
Sorry.
Kess?
I mean Kess. Sorry.
Noticing that Olivia isn't here yet, and I called for her about 2 minutes ago, I once again shout out, "Olivia, get over here!"
Olivia, make another check. Nope. Fairly
Olivia's
oblivious.
apparently getting too drunk right now.
Few beers in. Still waiting for that guy to come back. Oh. Let's see. The dog goes at 8. Does one of you beat an 8? No. All right, so the dog goes first, lunging at Ransom, who's backing up the staircase with a 14 to hit. Does that hit?
That's 1 off.
Ooh, just a narrow miss. And then the woman goes at 9, which is right before you, Kess. So she comes halfway down the hallway towards you, stops moving, and just kind of stands there, thwacking her hand with her club, ready to get you if you come within range of her. And then Kess and Ransom go at the same time.
Okay, well, I run at her with my scythe.
All right, she's got a ready to attack, so she swings it at you as you come in range of her, but misses. Ooh, 1 off.
Well,
Second
jabbing the dog again.
Ooh, you hit the dog now.
Alright. Take this.
5 points of damage, scraping the dog along its side. It drips warm red blood to the ground. Kess, I think you got a second attack, Kess? That's a hit.
Got it.
That's definitely a hit. You graze the woman along the shoulder. You notice the other woman starts pushing the boy up the staircase as someone else pulls from above. The boy looks towards you and cries for help. And we roll
I get angry at this.
initiative for the next round. Dog goes at 5, woman goes at 11. All right, dog goes first. Still focusing on Ransom. This time it belches a gout of fire at you. I need another saving throw versus breath weapon.
Let's see, that is...
Equal to or above.
Under.
Under. You take 5 points of damage from the flames as they engulf you in your armor.
Oof.
I cast.
And Kess goes at 6.
I cast a wall of fog.
Ooh.
Where they're at, and so
In this hallway?
Yeah, the whole hallway, so that they can't like see where the boy is. They're trying to get him out.
All right. Well, he's already on the ladder, and they're like pushing him up the ladder.
Okay, so the fog goes up that ladder,
Okay.
though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll come out and just flow up
Perfect.
and out as
That's
if.
fine.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. And Ransom, you go at 10, which is before the others.
Alright. Hey, Olivia, I yell out. There's a fire-breathing dog down here. Your help.
Olivia, perception check. Miss on the Ransom. You can do it, Olivia. I believe in you. Oh,
Oh no.
Really?
1 off.
I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
okay, so right now what my character is doing, like, I just want you guys to imagine the scene where like downstairs, like, fire is literally like happening, and I'm there with like Kellen's book, and I'm like writing down, Kellen, where are you? Without you, I'm feeling blue. Kellen, and I'm like, you are lost. Are you lost? I scratch it and I'm like, are you lost?
The gentleman comes back from his trip to the bathroom,
Oh god.
leans on the table and goes, "Oh, so I work for a few more hours, but when the sun gets down, you want to get down?"
I feel I need to get to know you a bit more, but I think
What is there to get to know other than this amazingly fit body, he says.
Well, I'm sure there's more to it than meets the eye. You must be someone with a story. How did you end up here? And then we talk some more.
Let's kill that. Meanwhile, back on the other side, let's see. Cass and everyone went. No, the woman didn't get a chance to go. So Wall of Fog blocks
Wait,
everything
yeah,
within
she did.
2 feet.
She went.
Did she go first? Did she
Yeah.
go before you this time?
Yeah. She
Okay,
did.
cool. Then we roll initiative for the next round.
This is my double attack
Oh,
round. again,
yes,
so
go for it.
Poke him again.
17 is a hit.
Let's see.
4 points of damage. The dog is further wounded, but still standing. And the initiative 12 for Kess. Ransom goes at.
Let's see. I've kind of been trying to edge my way up the staircase. Do I think I could?
Yeah,
There was a door at the top, right?
you can be all the way at the top of the staircase. You can poke down. The door is to your right.
Wait, if
Like,
he's
do they kinda
getting
just-
closer and closer, does she still have a -5 to her thing?
Yeah, because there's 2 doors in the
Maybe
way,
left.
and she's in like
Okay.
a crowded room.
Okay, just making sure.
Appreciate that. So Ransom, you can be at the top of the staircase by now. You won't be able to go around the corner and out through these doors and still fight well with your halberd. I guess you could kind of awkwardly twirl it around. What is your plan, Ransom?
To get out the door and shut it, then hold the door.
Ah, okay. Well, the dog goes first. It launches an attack at you with a 13 to hit, trying to rip you limb from limb, but it's no good. And the woman goes next. Kess, you hear her voice kind of taunting you, saying, "Come on out! I know you're in there! I got a club with your name on it! Come here, little girl! Come here! Come here, little girl!"
I sneak down, like I get down on the ground and crouch and go towards her.
All right, Ransom, you get around the door. It's your turn, right? So you explain again. Do you just walk out and shut the door?
Yeah, that's pretty much the goal.
All right. Well, you step out, shut the door. The dog's on the other side. The cooks in the kitchen give you a look and then another look, and this wounded person with his halberd is barring the door. One of the cooks gives you a yell. What the hell are you doing? You're getting in the way!
I kind of make comment. Olivia, I'm kind of wounded here.
Olivia, give me a normal perception check. Now that he's outside of the doors and fairly close.
Now
There you
roll.
go.
What?
I knew it was gonna be a high roll.
Where are you? What are you doing? What is going on here? I'm just having a beer with this nice guy over here, and you scrawny random person.
Could you come over?
Thought you said you didn't have a boyfriend. Who the hell is that? He says,
That
looking
is
back towards the door.
Not my boyfriend.
He knows your name. He starts
Yeah.
walking menacingly towards that door on the side. We look back over here, and you notice as he goes back there, he grabs a big butcher knife that was just kind of resting on the on one of the tables at the back of the bar or behind the bar.
Pop him in the head with a glass.
What are you doing, Olivia?
Well, I'm like, but I do know this man. It is my. Well, he's not really my friend. He's the friend of one of my best friends. That's what he is.
All right. The gentleman that you're talking to is ignoring you and grabs the butcher's knife and goes for that door. Opens it up, sees Ransom there in his armor and everything, leaning, trying to block the door. Gives a cry and swings his butcher's knife at Ransom, or another 14 to hit.
Phew.
No, nice. Did everyone get a chance to go? No, B. You're all on the ground.
Yeah, I'm on the ground and like not on the ground, but crouching low enough to where her level of seeing me, like if she swung
Right.
at me, it would be too high.
She can only see 2 feet, so if you're crouched down, there's no way she could see you. Give me a
Okay.
dexterity check to see if you can sneak alongside without bumping into her and giving your position away. Nice. You edge along the wall behind the woman. She's still taunting you now behind you. And you
Okay,
can...
Then I go up to the stairs.
All right, you get to the ladder and begin your ascent. Let's get initiative rolls for everyone in the party.
Nice.
4. Or the 2 4s go first. Let's start with
Okay.
Olivia, since you're kind of in the more combat-y area.
I will cast on the guy, command leave.
Leave?
Yeah, leave.
Okay, he doesn't get a saving throw. So he...
You can throw me on what to leave me.
No, you're absolutely right. It's just...
You leave the area. Like you stop fighting.
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
So he has his butcher's knife, and he's looking really angry and menacing at Ransom. And then he just puts the knife down and storms out of the kitchen in a huff.
I think
Yeah.
that's funny.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm at the stairs. Is the kid still on the stairs then?
No,
They're pushing
no.
him?
It's a ladder up, and, well, it's foggy. You can't see.
Okay, I climb the ladder as
Okay.
fast as I can.
You scale the ladder and come out inside of what looks to be a barrel, like a wine barrel. You climb out the ladder, which comes up through this wine barrel, and then you're outside somewhere. You can't see anything because of all the fog, but there's a building next to you, and there's ground adjacent to you on the other side of the barrel. You have no idea where you are. You can't see anything.
Okay, then I head towards the building.
I mean, it's a wall. Like, the barrel is right next to the building. It's like up against the side of the building.
Okay, so I look down. Do I see footprints at least?
You can't. It's 2 feet. Your vision is 2 feet.
I know. Can I feel footprints?
Oh, I guess if you get out of the barrel, you can get down low enough where you can see and feel.
Okay.
The ground is
Yeah.
muddy down here, very muddy. There's all sorts of tracks everywhere. It's hard to tell if they must have just been recently made because of all the rain. But there's a lot of prints around, and there were a lot of people leaving out of this exit.
Okay, I head towards the one that have mini because they would be traveling together. So the ones that have tracks the closest.
Sure. All right, you head out, and eventually you make it outside of the fogged area. You see there is a wagon that is starting to pull off and head down the road through town. And on the back of the wagon is that same woman with her arm kind of around the boy's neck and her other hand across the boy's mouth. She's sitting in the back of the wagon as it's being pulled by some oxen. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Being pulled by some oxen, and there's a driver, the woman holding the boy, and then a gentleman, a man, in the back of the wagon with the woman as well. And it's headed off down the street away from you.
Okay, I just run at it.
Okay. You're a little bit faster than the ox can pull the wagon, but it's still going at a pretty good speed, so it's going to take you about 2 rounds to catch up with it. And then at those 2 rounds, you'll be able to actually hop on the wagon. Meanwhile, back inside, Ransom, you've got this door barred.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Is the dog like trying to get out?
Oh yeah, you can feel the dog scratching at the other side. It's definitely trying to push its way through.
I'm gonna hold the door here and tell Olivia I could use some healing. You can see like Ransom's kind of covered with burns.
In the next round, you will get some healing.
Okay. We're going to take a break in the combat right now, and when we come back, we'll see what happens with this battle. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.